Now, he's a self-professed workaholic and CEO of no less than 5 major companies.
And now the richest man ever, Elon Musk, has admitted that he has too much work on his plate. He told a business forum on the sidelines of the G20, known as the B20, that he's working the most amount he can 7 days a week, and it's just not something I'd recommend.
And if you're wondering about why he's appearing lit by candlelight, it's because apparently the place he was speaking from had just lost power.
Well, he may be complaining that he's overworked, but others are complaining that he's overpaid. Adding to all that work, Elon Musk is expected to take the stand in court this week to defend his $56 billion Tesla pay package.
Yes, the case has been brought by a shareholder who accuses him of linking his pay to easy performance targets and says that investors were duped into approving it. Earlier, I spoke to Anne Lipton, who's a former corporate litigator, now a professor at Tulane Law School, and I began by asking her what's at stake for Musk and Tesla.
Well, I mean, the plaintiffs are arguing that his pay package since 2018 was unjustified and unfairly awarded. So what they're asking for is that he forfeit a lot of the stock that he's been awarded since 2018, which is quite valuable, running the multi-billions of dollars if plaintiffs were to prevail and get the remedy that they seek. So theoretically, quite a bit is at stake.
And how much of a case do you think that this shareholder has in bringing this case? Corporate boards have pretty wide latitude to set executive compensation, don't they? And Tesla's directors say that Elon Musk did fulfill their goals. He drove up the stock tenfold.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I think that the plaintiffs have sort of a tough mountain to climb here. The only reason this case even got past the motion to dismiss, because exactly as you say, boards have that discretion to set pay, is because this particular board happens to have very close ties to Elon Musk. I mean, his brother is on the board. Many of the board members have long-standing business and social ties with him. And that allowed the plaintiffs to argue that Elon Musk essentially controlled their behavior. Tesla tried to have the shareholders approve the pay package so it could avoid precisely this situation. And the shareholders did vote in favor of it, but the plaintiffs argue that they were not given sufficient disclosures when making that vote. So as a result, this whole thing's going to trial, but the default position would normally be board set CEO compensation. If shareholders don't like it, they can vote for a new board of directors. So the plaintiffs are going to have an uphill battle.
Now, you've been a corporate litigator and you've handled class actions involving some of the world's biggest companies. Are these kinds of legal cases unusual, or do shareholders often not challenge pay of CEOs?
They don't. They don't challenge CEO pay at all, because usually boards go at it. Elon Musk is unusual in that he stocked the board of a public company with a lot of his close friends and allies. That you see on private companies, certainly, but public companies usually do a better job of putting directors on the board who are sort of independent of the CEO, and that help create, in appearance, if not in fact, some degree of objectivity in setting pay packages. But it's precisely this conflict of interest, the fact that Elon Musk is so close to so many board members, that got this case as far as it did.
And how do you think this could impact the Tesla board in the long term? Could it lead to another shake-up?
I mean, it might. I mean, the thing is that, again, it's not clear that the plaintiffs are going to prevail at all. It's really more that because of the closeness of the board to Elon Musk, and Musk's, shall we say, unconventional behavior in public, there's a line of shareholder lawsuits coming down the pike. Other shareholders who are alleging that in various ways the board has failed to oversee Musk appropriately. And so you just wonder whether at some point the legal trouble is going to be such that shareholders demand, some kind of real independence of board members when they decide that, Musk's eccentricities are probably not worth the trouble that he's causing.